My uncle's been killed, hasn't he? I know he never came back from the meeting with High Overseer Campbell. I don't know why I expected anything else. My uncle was better to me than my father. He set a wonderful example for his family. Many people join the Watch for the wrong reasons, but not him. He wanted to do good for people. I wish I had paid more attention the last time I talked to him. I don't even remember what we said. Everyone who tangled with High Overseer Campbell came away scarred in some way. That overblown hypocrite. Good riddance.
The sobers speak in whispers. The drunk bellow. She is Callista Curnow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. She and her uncle, the last of the Curnow family. She dreams of freedom, and the decks of whaling ships fast out of the east of the sea.
Always wanted me to be an overseer.
But alas,
if he could see us now. Sailors tell tales of monsters far out to sea. But I'll tell you, there's strange things in this river no one talks about. Lights in the water, late at night. I've seen faces, too. You did right, Corvo. Even as a faithful man, I can see that. Some nights, I'm glad I just paddled the boat.
There is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true in several ways. Can I be of service to you?
You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corporal. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Kaldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corbin. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
Every citizen's duty to report treasonous speech and actions. The state depends on you.
Remember Miriam's wedding, Uncle? Even the cousins were there, in from the farms. Yours was the only house big enough for all of us. The baker used 2 carts to bring in all the bread and sweets. 2 carts, full to the brim. I blamed Bradley for stealing the icing balloons on top of the cake, but you were right, of course it was me. How did you know? But didn't we look fine? So many of us then. And remember when the streamers caught fire? It burned so fast. We all ran screaming, but not you, Uncle. Remember? You found each little fire and put them out one by one. I thought you were the bravest man alive. We all did. Uncle Colonel.
Not as a patron. I designed some specialized devices.
Did I drift off? Master Piero has a great deal to learn in some areas.
What's this trick?
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky? This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without me.
Is that so?
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the books this morning and found 5 mistakes you've made.
Very well.
You're lucky I found them before the Admiral did. It's a nice old pub. These beds have seen quite a bit of use, I can tell you. You'd think a Navy man wouldn't be so particular about his linens. All I ever wanted was to keep a respectable public house. You'd think a Navy man wouldn't be so particular about his linens. All I ever wanted was to keep a respectable public house.
It was a milkmaid who started it. She took ill one morning after her chores, but the milk had already been delivered. That was all it took for them to wall the place off. Plague spreads fast. My master had a very fitful night. No one sleeps well here. When they come to get me, they'll be surprised. I've held a sword before, believe it or not. Please pardon the untidiness of the room. I will tend to it shortly.
I'm sure Piero will make some lady a fine husband. Some other lady.
Chapter 32. As yet I have said little of my brothers Morgan and Custis. Twins they are, and 4 years senior to me. Morgan is the larger of the 2 brutes by a slight bit. From earliest memory they have used me in every way. I'm not the first to claim their elder siblings were cruel, but my suffering was unique, I promise you. At the tender age of 5, they tied me to the crib and set inside it assorted vipers they had collected over several weeks. My howls and my breathing were muffled by a blanket, and so it was hours before the nurse found me, barely alive. I had kicked a few serpents to a pulp and others had slithered away, but not before I'd been bitten a dozen times or more on my legs, arms, and face. The wounds kept me convalescing for months, while those 2 got away with barely a tongue lashing. Wallace! Bring me wine. Tomorrow I will regale you with the special gift they gave me on my 10th birthday party.
Did I faint or something?
Corvo, what are you up to?
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Dust here, dust there. Feels like the whole world is dusty.
Good day to you, Corvo. Oh, I don't think I've noticed that tattoo on your hand before. It's interesting.
She hides her hands. They are raw and scarred from the washing. For the restless hand shall be raised against the common good. Downstairs, upstairs, almost done. Downstairs, upstairs, almost done.
The common woman. She fears the Abbey and the plague. Fortunes have been won here, and lives have been lost. There are few brave enough to laugh in the outsider's face, but T. Martin is one. Do not be deceived by his talk of strictures. Martin's crimes weigh heavy on his spirit.
Corvo, I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed. You've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwell is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with. Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best.
Corvo, a moment if I may. Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard, cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted and quarantined for having the plague actually has the plague. I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.